And now it's time to gather all the knowledge and apply it to different kind of fishes. So my focus in this practice is shape language and design. And to do that, I don't want to focus too more on the line art, so I'll start with the shape first. And I just use some watercolors and a brush, and I look at the reference that I attach here on the screen and draw the shape, like the general shape with a few things, but I try to focus on the main shape and exaggerate it. So, in the case of a puffer fish, I think the main shape is obviously their body that is so big at this point. And I don't focus too much on the color I choose. I just want to be creative and use different colors. And again, I only repeat myself, but what I focus on is the bigger shape and the design, the whole design, because I want to be able to simplify things a little more and to don't be too cut up in details. But for the next fish, I'll be spending way too much time on details because it has so many shapes and so many strips, and I wanted to draw everything at once. This is my fault, of course, but I also had fun with this technique, which is blowing through the straw. Basically, I put a drop of very diluted watercolor on paper, and then I put the straw very close to this drop, and I just blow with all my lungs force. And the drop will go in different directions. And yeah, I can create this random strips on the paper. And I think it's a very nice technique that you can use for different objects and subjects, like this particular scorpion fish. I also took the opportunity to paint different textures on my fishes because I usually paint too simple and I don't add too many different textures. But this time I wanted to use different tools, and I also did different kind of strokes with the brush, like dots stroke or very intense strokes or very diluted strokes. So I wanted to vary a lot my technique and be more creative with my brush and my colors. Now I'm doing the silhouette of a flying fish. Honestly, I've never seen a flying fish, like a fish with wings. But anyway, drawing from reference also means discovering new unique species and new unique fishes. And then I go and draw this silhouette of a frogfish. It's very cute. Like, among all the fishes, I really love the shape of the frogfish. I think it's so small and cute, and it has all these bumpy shapes. Yeah, I really loved it. While painting this shape of the flounder fish, I think that I should have exaggerated more the shape because it has such a big body, but at the same time it's very flat. And yeah, anytime I draw, like after half an hour of drawing, I wonder myself why I don't exaggerate shape more. Like, why do I stick so much to the reality, to the reference photos? And I have to remind myself that I don't have to do a copy of the reference photo. I can be creative and I can draw the shapes the way I want to and not the way I see them. I don't know if you can understand, but sometimes this thing that I copy too much from the reference photo bothers me a lot. So oftentimes I find myself drawing again and again the same subject because I want it more stylized and I want to be more creative. And yeah, I have these thoughts even now that I'm drawing these fishes, and I start with the silhouette, so I don't draw the details first. I still can see myself being too attached to reality, and I want to exaggerate shapes even more. But now that at the end of the page, I can't do more than this. Like, I already drew different kind of fishes and I have to wait till the next step to simplify and stylize things more. So now in the last part of the process, I basically use a bunch of different tools like color pencils and pens, also new colors and again watercolors because I want all the fishes to look very cartoony and a bit stylized and with a lot of textures, of different textures. And to get different textures, you have to use different tools. Like you can't get different textures just with watercolors. So this is the reason why I brought all these different media and I'm going to use them on all the fishes. And the first one is a bit modified because I wanted to get it even bigger and I just added a few strokes on top of the bigger part. Honestly, I never used neocolors till now, so I just put it on paper like color pencils. But at some point, I'm going to add some water to them because these are like watercolors, so you can use both water or you can use them like color pencils, and that is. And I tried to add a bunch of like different colors, color variation, and also different shapes and dots because I want this shape to come alive and to feel like a fish, but at the same time to look like a character in a movie. And yeah, I can't tell too much about this technique because actually I'm using everything very randomly. I don't think too much about what I'm doing, about brush strokes, or like I just use everything and go with my gut. And you can do the same if you want to have fun with this exercise because the point of this practice and of this art challenge is to have fun while studying and improving and drawing a different subject each month. I find it so easy to get into burnout because you have so much expectations, very high expectations, and you want to do everything perfect and to draw difficult subjects because otherwise you aren't a good artist. And all these thoughts basically bring you to don't draw at all, like skip drawing for a few days. I don't know if this happened to you, but it actually happened to me very often. And I want to do these challenges like in a very simple and funny way. I don't want to spend too much time on this practice. I just want to focus half an hour or just an hour now and then and study that subject and make it funny, make it funny to draw and to see. So I want to overcome my perfectionism, which is like my big enemy. Oftentimes, I want to draw things that look perfect, that have perfect lines and perfect color blending and perfect, I don't know, perfect everything. But in the end, perfect things are not so appealing and they don't bring me joy like the imperfect ones. Anyway, tell me, guys, which are your expectations when drawing? What are the things that block you from drawing more and practicing more, like in this case? I hope that my monthly art challenge will help you to get through these emotions and to face them and overcome them and just practice because if you draw more, you'll improve a lot. And you have to remember this anytime you are struggling and you don't want to draw because you think that it's useless. Just think that once you start drawing, everything will happen, like new opportunities may happen and you'll feel better at the end of the day. You'll feel that you've achieved something and like generally you'll feel better. So I let you to watch the whole video till the end and to finish your practice. And if you want to share on social media what you've done during this monthly challenge, then I let you the hashtag in the description below so that you can mention me and tag me and I can share your works if you want on my social media too. And yeah, we can do this kind of meetings every month and talk about struggles and facing new subjects and just improving together. Thank you again for supporting me on Patreon, and see you in the next video next month. Meanwhile, just have fun and draw and be creative, and stay tuned for new art and new content. Bye!